What's up, everyone? My name is Marie. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So for today's video, I am back in my favorite part of Windenburg, which is the island. I don't know, I just love this place of Windenburg so much, this little part of Windenburg. I mean, it's so pretty and peaceful and just so beautiful. And this lot especially, it's on like the edge of the island where, well, I mean, all of the lots are basically on the edge. They all have some sort of like beach area attached to them. But this one is really just like in this little corner of the island, and there is a beach like all around the lot basically. And it's just so beautiful. You have like this private little beach situation going on. And yeah, I just think that the lake is so pretty. So I was really just in the mood to sit down and build something here on the island in Windenburg, and it's a very simple little 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. And honestly, I had so much fun with this, even though I didn't really have a specific purpose or anything for this house. I just wanted to build something cute and something that I liked. So I don't know, I just sat down and built this little modern home. It's nothing too fancy, nothing too special. It's definitely not a big house by any means. Like I just mentioned, it only has 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Well, 1.5 actually. It has a full bathroom upstairs and then a half bathroom downstairs. So yeah, that's kind of the deal with this little house. But what I really enjoy about it is the little modern extension here at the front of the house, where I'm placing the door right now, but it's not gonna have a door. It's gonna have like these 2 mosquito stuff windows. I love doing that. I don't know, for some reason those mosquito stuff windows are perfect for creating like multiple story windows, if that makes sense. We don't actually have multiple story windows in The Sims 4. I think in The Sims 2 we used to have those at some point, and I used to use them all the time for like modern builds and stuff. I really miss The Sims 2. I have been watching, I know I'm getting a little sidetracked right now, but I have been watching some Simmers play The Sims 2, and it makes me so nostalgic. It makes me miss The Sims 2 so incredibly much. Like, I think I want to go ahead and try if I can find it and if I can like install it on my new gaming PC. I don't know if it's gonna work, because I do think that a lot of people actually have issues trying to get The Sims 2 to work. But if you have The Sims 2, if you're playing it, or if you have it installed and it's working for you, please let me know if there is any tips or tricks to download it and install it and get it to work. Because I would love to, and I would love to actually record some videos on it, because it has been years since I've played The Sims 2. Like, I don't even know how many years. Definitely more than 10. So yeah, I would really love to get my hands on The Sims 2, install it and play it. I don't even know. Maybe I can just buy it and install it. Maybe it's not even a big deal. Maybe that's only The Sims 1 that's difficult to get to work. But I don't know. Let me know if you know anything about that, but I'll definitely start doing my research on that, because I think that would be really fun. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm talking about that. Oh, it probably has something to do with that larger window, that 2-story window that I kind of tried to create or recreate, even though there is no like, it's not like an open area. It is a 2-story area, if that makes any sense. But still, I just love the look and feel of that big window at the front of the house. I think it looks really, really pretty. And then I just moved the front door over to the left, and yeah, that just made the most sense for the floor plan as well. I think that the floor plan turned out really nicely for this house. It's nothing too complicated or difficult, but it makes sense, and I like it a lot. And yeah, the whole living room kitchen space is actually quite spacious. I think the kitchen is my favorite part of this house. You'll see that once you move on to the inside, but I really like the shape of the kitchen. There is a couple of counter islands and stuff, and or island counters, I mean. And yeah, I don't know. I really like the way that the kitchen turned out. And this whole house is just very bright and light, and well, basically because it has a lot of windows, I made sure to place a lot of windows on the right side of the house where you have the view over the lake, and then at the front of the house where you have these big windows that I talked about before, because those windows also give you like the most beautiful view over the lake. And so yeah, I just wanted to make sure that there was a nice porch area or patio area on the right side of the house so you can just relax and sit outside and maybe just enjoy the sunset, but mostly just also enjoy that beautiful view over the lake. I think that this house would make a very cute rental. Like I said, I don't really have an actual purpose for this house, and by that I mean I didn't really have a specific family or personality in mind for this house, but I think it could also make a really cute rental. And for some reason, that always comes naturally to me whenever I'm building on this island in Windenburg. I think that the island here is a very good location for rental homes because in my mind, for some reason, this island, I love it so much, but I don't think it would be very realistic to live here permanently, which it doesn't have to be realistic. It's The Sims. You can literally do whatever you want. But I don't know, whenever I'm building here, I always think of it being someone's second home or someone's vacation home or just a rental in general or something like that. However, I didn't really specifically furnish this house to be a rental, but I think that it would make a really cute rental, so you could definitely use it as one. However, it probably will be very expensive because I didn't keep an eye on the budget or anything for this, so I don't even know how much it costs in the end. I never really checked that. I should keep an eye on that. I don't know. I think it'd be really useful information to tell you guys how much the house actually costs, but you can also just look it up on the gallery because it is on the gallery, so if you want to know how much it costs, you can just look it up on the gallery. But yeah, me personally, I never really play with money cheats, so, well, sometimes I do. That's a lie, actually. Whenever I do play like a Generations gameplay or something, I actually do keep an eye on money and I don't really use money cheats. But yeah, if you don't really play with money cheats, you could just afford this house, no problem. Otherwise, you are going to have to save up for it, I think. But once again, I don't really remember how much it costs, so you can just look it up on the gallery if you want to know. But yeah, you can see that the color scheme of the house is very bright and modern, and I was really enjoying that it's not lime green, it's like that lighter green color of the brick on the exterior. I have never used that color of the brick on the exterior of a house before, but I just thought that it was something fun and something different and a nice change of pace, something a bit refreshing for me, and also just a little bit quirky and different because I wanted to make this house a little bit less boring, if that makes any sense, since the shape of the house is not all that interesting. So I really wanted to branch out with the colors a little bit. It's not too colorful or anything, but yeah, just that one greenish brick on the exterior I think is really, really pretty. And I also used it on the interior of the house. So there is this one accent wall where the kitchen and the dining area are going to be, and I used that green brick in the kitchen and the dining room area as well. And I think it really ties the whole thing together quite nicely. I just really like how the color scheme of this house turned out. It's very light, like I said before. I used a lot of lighter wood tones. Also for the floorboards, these are the floorboards from Eco Lifestyle, if I'm not mistaken. And I really like them. I have been overusing them a little bit, so I stepped away from them for a while. But for this house, I just couldn't help myself. I loved them so much. So yeah, I really like them in here, so I just decided to use them in here. And yeah, so I just moved on to the furnishing of the house. And for the furniture style, it is quite modern, also very generic, I would say. I think this is a lot of people's style and taste these days. I don't know, it's nothing too fancy or nothing too special, but it's quite realistic in my opinion, I think. And I think that that is what I like about it. Like, this is definitely the sort of color scheme that I would go for in my own personal house. Like a lot of white, a lot of grays, and a lot of lighter wood tones. That is definitely something that I would like for my personal home. So yeah, that's probably why I was enjoying it so much. But here you can see that this is the kitchen that I was talking about before. And I love that little wrap around island counter area. I think that that is really pretty. And I used the island counters for this and the island living counters, I mean, and the island living counters have that beautiful waterfall end, if that makes any sense. Like for the island counters, it has that nice little, I don't know, I think it's called an island, or I think it's called a waterfall something something. I don't really know, but you probably know what I mean. And I think it looks really nice in here. So yeah, and obviously I was going for the lighter wood tones again, and I was struggling to pick the right cabinets because we don't have any matching cabinets for the island living counters, which I still think is a shame. It's so annoying whenever you get new counters in the game and then there's no matching cabinets. I just think that that is a shame and it's really annoying and it's a pet peeve of mine. But it's fine. I made it work with some base game bright white cabinets, and I think it looks nice. And I also played around with some shelves and stuff to just, I don't know, make it a little bit more special and personalized. And yeah, just some extra spaces for clutter around. And then here you can see that I was placing a couple of bar stools. I ended up deleting those two. There is two on the other side, like on the other corner of the island counters. But I ended up not having space for a dining table, so I just created a little makeshift dining table that comes out of the back of the island counters. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you'll see it once we move on to the actual dining room area, or yeah, you'll just see it then. But I think it turned out really nice, and I just made it work with the space that I had because, yeah, I did want an actual dining table downstairs in this house because, I don't know, no dining table and only bar stools would not be too realistic, in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I decided to do, and I think it turned out pretty nicely. I also actually use a dishwasher in this kitchen, which is something that I barely ever do. I've talked about this before, but I just don't really like how dishwashers look. They take up so much space, and we don't have any hidden dishwashers or anything, so they're right there, and they're, I don't know, I just don't really like how they look. But this one I could kind of hide around the corner, if that makes any sense, in the island counter. So yeah, I was really happy that I had the opportunity to actually place a dishwasher without being annoyed by how it looked. So that was really nice. And yeah, I just cluttered up the kitchen a little bit with some knickknacks to make it look a little bit lived in. So yeah, if you wanted to use this as a rental, I don't know, it's probably a little bit too personalized for a rental. There's a lot of stuff and knickknacks around. So for a rental, that's probably not too realistic. But you could just delete some of the clutter if you wanted to, make it look a little bit more plain, and then it should work as a rental perfectly fine. You could also use it as a second home or something. I don't really know. You can't own a second home in The Sims, but you can pretend. I don't know. You could just make it a rental and pretend that it's your second home or something. But yeah, here you can see that this is the open concept living area, and I think it turned out nice. I used the couch and those chairs from Eco Lifestyle, and I think that those are the ones that you can fabricate using the fabricator. So I think they're actually, I'm not quite sure, they're not free, I don't think, but I think they're pretty cheap in the catalog. But yeah, I just used those because I really like the colors, and the color of the chair matched the color of the accent wall perfectly. So I just decided to go for that green color combined with a white couch, and I think it just looks really fresh and bright in here. But then I used those black cabinets from base game to create a makeshift entertainment unit because I needed some sort of a darker color to kind of tone down all the light, bright colors. I don't know, it was just looking a little bit too light for my liking. So I just wanted something, some accent piece in the room that was a little bit darker. So I decided to go for those black cabinets, and I think they look really nice in here. I think it really, I don't know, kind of tones down the whole room and makes it look a little bit more interesting and a little bit less bland, if that makes sense. And I also placed a bookshelf. I think that that is the bookshelf that came with Moschino, and I really like that one. Whenever I'm building modern homes, I always use that one, either contemporary homes or mid-century modern. that bookshelf is perfect. It fits in every sort of modern home, in my opinion, so I really like using it. But yeah, I did move it to a different wall and then just placed a plant right there next to the entertainment unit. I really liked the idea of having a lot of storage space in here. I don't know why, but I thought that was realistic and very satisfying to me. And so yeah, I just hung up a couple of curtains and stuff. This living room did have to grow on me a little bit. I don't know what it was, but I wasn't liking it too much in the beginning. There is also a lot of just walking space in this room, which is not something I go for quite a lot. I like to place down stuff, plants, decorations, clutter just everywhere around the room to make it look lived in and cute, and I just really enjoy doing that. But for some reason, this living room, or this like living area, I guess, ended up having a lot of blank like walking space, if that makes sense, and it makes the room very airy and open, and I actually like it now. But when I was furnishing this room, I was like, something is missing. There is too much empty space, and I didn't really know what to do about it, so I just decided to leave it like that. And then I took another look at it later, but I actually ended up liking it. It was so bright and airy, and it really fit the whole vibe of this house. So I just decided to leave it like that, and I didn't really move anything around or anything. I just left it like that, and I ended up really enjoying it. But yeah, that was already it for the living room and the kitchen and stuff. And this is the master bedroom. There is 2 bedrooms in this house, like I mentioned. There is 1 bedroom downstairs, which is this one, and then there is another bedroom upstairs. And upstairs, there is also a full bathroom. As you could probably see me furnish, there is only a half bathroom, or actually just a toilet downstairs, because I didn't really have the space in there for a sink. But there is a sink in the kitchen right next to the toilet, so you should be fine there. I just really wanted to make sure to have an extra toilet in this house, because only 1 bathroom with only 1 toilet in the house would be a little bit annoying for gameplay, so I just really wanted a toilet downstairs as well. So that's what I decided to go ahead and do, and yeah, this is the master bedroom. I was having fun with the color scheme in here as well. I mixed and matched a lot of lighter wood tones with gray wood tones, and then just some soft colors. There is that soft blue in the bedding, and then there is that soft green in the curtains, and I really enjoy it. And then the wall obviously is that soft like gray beigey tone, and it's very neutral, but I was really enjoying it. And then yeah, I don't really know what I can tell you about the family living here. Like I said, I didn't really have any specific family in mind, which is kind of a shame, but now that I'm looking at the actual footage, I'm thinking that it could be really cute for maybe a couple of grandparents that used to live somewhere else in Windenburg, but then when they got older and they retired, they kind of just moved to the island because they didn't have to go to work anymore. I think that would be a really cute idea, that it's just 2 grandparents living here, because there's also a bedroom downstairs. So that means that the grandparents don't have to walk up and down the stairs every single time. Well, obviously they have to because the bathroom is upstairs, but still. I always like the thought of grandparents having a bedroom downstairs for some reason. I think that makes sense. I don't know if it does, but yeah, in my mind it just does. So it could be 2 grandparents living here, and maybe they have an extra bedroom furnished upstairs for their like teenage grandkid or something. Maybe their grandkid comes over all the time. There is no toys or kids-related items in this house, so the extra bedroom would have to be for a teen or a young adult. But yeah, maybe they have like a grandkid, a teenage grandkid, or a young adult grandkid even, that likes to come over and spend time here on the island with their grandparents, and they have their own like extra bedroom where they just leave some of their things around because, well, I did clutter up that bedroom a little bit, so yeah, there is some personal items in there, but maybe it's just their grandkids' room. I think that would be really cute. And then upstairs here, I created a little office because, I don't know, I didn't really have the space to place a computer anywhere else, and the landing area is actually quite spacious. So I just decided to turn the landing into a little office area, placed some bookshelves in here, and I also ended up placing an easel in the corner where I'm placing a chair right now. I just swapped that out for an easel because I just wanted an extra skill building item in the house. There is not too many skill building items. Well, there is a bookcase and a computer and an easel. So, I mean, and mirrors, of course. So that means that there's, yeah, I don't know. I guess there is enough skill building items. And then outside, I actually also placed a couple planter boxes. So if you want your Sims to get into the gardening skill, you can definitely do so. And for the backyard of this house, I didn't really use up the whole lot, if that makes any sense. Because since this lot is on the island, it literally ties in perfectly with the island, basically, if that makes sense. So the whole island is the backyard, even though you have to share that, obviously, with other homeowners. But I don't know, the whole island just kind of feels like the backyard, and they also have beaches and stuff around the house. So I didn't really feel the need to close off the lot with any fences or anything, so I just didn't do that. I did place a couple of plants and trees around, and then behind the house I also placed some planter boxes. But then the main quote-unquote backyard of this house is that porch or that patio area that I'll get back to later on the side of the house where you have that beautiful view over the lake. So that is just kind of where they would spend most of their time outside, and then for the rest, they just have this whole island that they can use to go for walks, go for a jog, I don't know, ride their bikes around. I don't know what they would do, but they just have this whole island as their backyard. So yeah, like I mentioned, I didn't really feel the need to close everything off. So I hope that doesn't bother you, but I really actually liked that whole spacious look and feel of the lot, so I just kind of left it like that. But yeah, this is that single bedroom that I talked about before. It's actually already done, but I really like the soft color scheme in there as well. I used a soft blue and soft beigey gray in there, and then just some accent colors that are also neutral. So yeah, I was definitely really enjoying that color scheme. And then at the last second, I actually decided to place a couple of laundry machines in the house because the bathroom is pretty spacious and I had the space for it basically. So I just decided to do that because it was nice to do that. Again, I don't know, I don't really use the laundry machines too often because I don't really always have the space for it, but in this house I did. So I quickly made sure to place a few hampers in each of the bedrooms and also a hamper in the bathroom itself. So you should be fine there as far as laundry goes, but the bathroom is very simple, nothing too special. And here, this is that porch that I was talking about before. You can't really see the view, but let me tell you, if your Sims are hanging out on that couch right there, they have the most amazing view over the lake. I just think that it's so pretty. Like, I know I can't stop talking about how much I like this part of Windenburg, but I just do. I love it so much. So I made sure to give them a nice place to sit and a grill and a nice dining table, so they have everything they need to spend time outside, be it eating, having dinner, or just relaxing or something. There's everything that your Sims would need to just spend some time outside. And then that is basically already going to be it for this build. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Like I said before, you can definitely go ahead and download this build off the gallery if you want to. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. So I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next build. Bye!